Thank you so much. And everyone, take care of her in the best possible way. So, please, Jamna Priya, Divaradika, Champaklata, so those who know her, just And are you comfortably situated? You're taking care of Sham, Lalita Sakhi, yeah. So, you're comfortably situated? Yeah. Yeah, so if the servant is nicely situated, then the master must be also nicely situated. Thank you for coming and bringing Mother Kulangana here. So, the journey was not too difficult here. No. How was the flight? Where did you land? Bombay? And the flight from Mumbai to here was delayed? Oh, that's not bad. Well, if you stay here for 1 month, this weather will become even better than Kerala. Namah Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunnavadi Paschata Deshatarine. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadha Shri Vashadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nittai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunnavadi Paschata. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. There are quite a few people outside. Just come forward. Make some room. There's plenty of space here. The boys, तुम लोग ऐसे either come. आप लोग अंदर आ जाइए. Please come in. Oh, they are from Indore. Oh, how many of them? 12 of them. They are visiting. Oh. Your friends became your friends. And children, Prachi, come in. अंदर जाने का जरूरत है तो सब हो गया. बस ठीक है, आप जो अंदर जाना नहीं होगा, अब बैठिए वहाँ. ओखाने सिद्ध. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 6th canto, chapter 17. Mother Parvati curses Chitraketu. Text 28. Narayana Paraha Sarve Na Kutaschana Vyuhati Swarga Apavarga Narakeshu Api Tullartha Darshinaha Narayana Para Sarve Na Kutaschana Vyubhati Sargapavarga narakeshapi tullartha darshinaha. Yeah, actually it should be read, little different. Sargapavarga narakeshu api tullartha darshinaha. Narayana para sarve na kutaschana vyubhati swargapavarga narakeshu api tullartha darshinaha. Narayana para sarve na kutaschana vyubhati sargapavarga narakeshu api tullartha darshinaha. Girls, Narayana Paraha, pure devotees who are interested only in service to Narayan, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Sarve, all, na, not, kutaschana, anywhere, bibhati, are afraid, Swarga, in the higher planetary systems, Apavarga, in liberation, Narakeshu, and in hell, Api, even, Tulla, equal, Artha, value, Darshinaha, who are. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Devotees solely engaged in the devotional service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Narayan never fear any condition of life. For them the heavenly planets, liberation, and the hellish planets are all the same. For such devotees are interested only in the service to the Lord. Please repeat after me. Devotees solely engaged in devotional service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narayan, never fear any condition of life. For them, the heavenly planets, liberation, and the hellish planets are all the same. For such devotees are interested only in the service of the Lord. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Parvati might naturally have inquired how devotees become so exalted. Therefore this verse explains that they are Narayana Para, simply dependent on Narayan. They did not mind reverses in life because in the service of Narayan they have learned to tolerate whatever hardships there may be. They do not care whether they are in heaven or in hell. They simply engage in the service of the Lord. This is their excellence. Anukullena Krishnanushilanam. They are liberally engaged in the service of the Lord, and therefore they are excellent. By using the word Vritta Vrittanam, Lord Shiva pointed out that although Chitraketu provided one example of tolerance and excellence, all the devotees who have taken shelter of the Lord are eternal servants and glorious. They have no eagerness to be happy by being placed in the heavenly planets, becoming liberated, or becoming one with the Brahman, the supreme effulgence. These benefits do not appeal to their minds. They are simply they are simply interested in giving direct service to the Lord. So, I briefly narrated the story yesterday in the class, and we also narrated the story during the retreat. How many of you are in the retreat? How many of you are not in the retreat? And how many do not know where you are? Some hands didn't go up, so they're in limbo. So, anyway, the anecdote is, the incident is, Chitraketu was traveling in a spaceship. He became the king of the Gandharvas, king of the Vidyadhars actually. And he was traveling through the space, and he saw Lord Shiva and Parvati surrounded by the saintly personalities. Parvati was sitting on the lap of Lord Shiva, and he felt that behavior was not proper. So he laughed, saying that Lord Shiva should behave in such a way that everybody follows him, everybody learns from him. He is such an exalted personality. The exalted personality's behavior should be spotless. Now what kind of behavior is this? And so he laughed, seeing Lord Shiva and Parvati in that way. So then Parvati cursed Chitraketu, saying that the way you behaved without recognizing the position of Lord Shiva, you become a demon. And so at that time, Chitraketu just accepted that curse as if it was a great benediction. And he prayed, and he apologized for his mistake, and then he received this curse. Mother, whatever you have done to me must be for my ultimate spiritual benefit. And he accepted that curse in that spirit. And So seeing that, Lord Shiva actually pointed out to Parvati, see, this is the nature of a devotee. And this verse is the second statement of Lord Shiva. The first one is the previous verse. Dishtabattusi sushroni harer adbhuta karmanaha mahatmyang bhritta bhrittanan nisprihanan mahatmanam. Lord Shiva said, my dear beautiful Parvati, have you seen the greatness of the Vaishnavas? Being servants of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Hari, they are great souls and are not interested in any kind of material happiness. So then it comes, this verse. So this is how Lord Shiva is actually glorifying the Vaishnavas. And this is the indication of the qualification of the Vaishnava. Because they have taken shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, their behavior is impeccable, and they are endowed with all the good qualities of the demigods. Jashasti bhaktir bhagavatta kinchana sarvai gunais tatra samasati sura. One who has developed Harava Bhakti, develop devotion to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, they naturally develop all the good qualities of the demigods. Bhagavati Akinchana Sarvai Gunais Tatra Samasate Sura. Sura means the demigods. So they are endowed with divine qualities, so devotees always develop these divine qualities. What are the divine qualities? These divine qualities are not the material qualification. These qualifications are perfectly spiritual. The perfectly spiritual situation or perfectly spiritual qualities are like the jewels of a devotee, and topmost of all those qualities is Trinadopi Sunichena Taroriva Shahishnuna Amanina Manadena Kirtaniya Sada. They are more humble than a blade of grass. They are as tolerant as a tree. Taroriva Shahishnuna Amanina Manadena. They give all the respects to others, whereas they for themselves do not expect any honor or glorification or recognition. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the third verse of Shikshashtakam, he pointed out these qualities of a devotee. And when one develops these qualities, he naturally becomes the embodiment of all good qualities. So this is how Lord Shiva is pointing out the greatness of a devotee. And we saw like the greatness of a devotee in their Chitraketu's deeds. Chitraketu then becomes Vritasura. Vritasura appeared from sacrificial fire. He was not born of any parent, but he appeared from sacrificial fire, which was actually meant to kill Indra. And anyway, but Vritasura became so powerful that he took over Indra's kingdom. And then Indra approached the Lord, and he was instructed to approach sage Dadhichi and with his bone to make the Vajra. And that would kill Vritasura. So Indra approached Dadichi. Dadichi is such an exalted personality. No consideration for his own interest. He felt that if this body can be used in some noble purpose, then use the body. So he gave his body. And so these are the great anecdotes and establishing the glory and greatness of the Vedic culture. Only in Vedic culture people can behave like this. Only in proper spiritual understanding one can behave like this. When one knows that he is not a body, he is a spirit soul, then for him to give up the body is not a big business, not a big deal. Because he knows this body is not so important. When he recognizes that this body is like a dress, and if you feel that your dress can benefit somebody, then do you mind to give up your dress and offer it to him? After all, this is a dress. And your feeling is, well, I'll give this dress to him, but I have so many other dresses in the wardrobe. So I have so many dresses in the wardrobe, so giving up one dress is not a problem. So that's why, because the devotees are situated in that understanding, that's why they can behave like that. No consideration, no attachment to the body. Okay, take my body. And then Indra came to attack. Vritra defeated Indra so many times. Indra tried to gain his kingdom back, but each time he was defeated by Vritasur. But this time he is equipped with Vajra, which is meant to kill Vritasur. So Indra came to fight with Vritasura. Seeing Indra's prowess at now, the demon soldiers started to, Daitya soldiers, Asura soldiers started to run away. Vritasura is alone. He is facing Indra. And he hit Indra with his mace so hard, the elephant, he got the strike. And the elephant retreated 10 paces back. Indra fell off the elephant. And the Vajra fell out of his hand. So at that time it was a situation when Vritasura could have killed Indra. But Vritasura didn't do that. He said, Indra, this is not the time to become baffled. This is not the time to become bewildered. Just pick up the weapon, pick up Vajra and fight. This Vajra has been designed to kill me. So this won't go being ineffective. So it will be effective. So pick up the Astra, Vajra and fight. So this is how he actually gave Indra this opportunity, and then Indra picked up the Vajra and they started to fight. And Vajra is a very, invincible weapon. So with Vajra, Indra cut Vritasura's right hand. Vritasura was fighting with his left hand. Indra cut his left hand. Vritasura was fighting with his legs. Then Indra cut his legs. Then Vritasura, assuming a gigantic shape, swallowed Indra. When he didn't have any means to fight, his hands are gone, his legs are gone. So all he did is assumed a huge form and he swallowed Indra. And in the belly of Vritasura, Indra was dying, but because he had the Vajra, he cut open the belly and came out. After coming out, he used the Vajra to sever Vritasura's head. And for for Vajra, it took 365 days to sever the head of Vritasur. And it has been mentioned that it's not that Vritasura died. It was Indra who died. Because when Vritasura ate him up, then he thought, okay, I defeated my enemy, I have swallowed him up, so now let me leave this body. And leaving his body, Vritasura went back to Shankarshan, the spiritual sky, Lord Balaram. Expansion of Lord Balaram. So this is how a devotee remains always unattached from his bodily designation. So that is the most wonderful episode indicating here the qualification of a devotee. He is not at all attached to his body because he is situated in proper knowledge. I am not this body. I am a spirit soul. Aham Brahmasmi. Body is like a dress, and as long as Mother Nature wants us to carry on this body, remain in the body, we stay in the body. And then when the time comes, we are ready to live. We are ready to leave this planet and go to wherever our next destination is. So, it's a very nice anecdote in that respect. A devotee's qualification is being explained here. Na kutasthana bibhati. He never becomes bewildered, or he is never afraid. In whichever situation he may be in, he is solely engaged in devotional service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narayan. Never fear any condition of life, because he knows the material nature is a temporary phase, and wherever we are, the Lord will be taking care of us. Doesn't the Lord take care of us in all respects? Like we can consider from the beginning of our life, when somebody is born, does he know anything, or can he make any arrangement? No. The Lord makes all his arrangements in such a perfect way. He is born out of his parents, especially mother now takes care of the baby. When the baby is born, when somebody is born, mother takes care. An interesting thing to note, at that time what's the baby's food? Baby's food is mother's milk. And mother's milk immediately appears in her breast. So who supplied this food for the child? The Lord made this arrangement. For our food we see what wonderful arrangements He has made. A seed falls on the ground, it turns into a tree. And then many fruits come on the tree. And then these fruits are our food. Mango, pears, apples. And after we eat the fruit, there is a seed. Not a seed. There are many, many seeds. Those seeds fall on the ground, and what happens? So many other trees come up. And in that tree also there are so many fruits. In those fruits there are so many seeds. In those seeds there are trees. And in those trees there are so many fruits. In those fruits there are so many seeds. So what a wonderful arrangement. Who made this arrangement? Supply for food for us, practically for eternity. He may withdraw His mercy, and there may be a situation when there won't be any food. It can happen, but we hope that that won't happen. And especially those who surrender to the Lord, Lord He always takes care of you. So that is the relationship between the devotee and the Lord. And because the devotee has been taken shelter of the Lord, he is confident that the Lord will take care of him. Like we see, when a child is holding on to his father's hand, can he possibly have any anxiety? No. He is holding on to his father's hand. He knows that father will give him whatever he needs. Sometimes he'll have to cry and ask, like from Prabhupada's own life we can see. Like Prabhupada went to a fair, like in Bengal they call it Mela for Rath Cart, Rath. And there that Rath carts were being sold. So Prabhupada said, I want a Rath cart, I want a Rath cart. So his father assured him that he would give. But finally what he did, he himself built a Rath cart for him. And that in that fair there was another very nice incident. Like Prabhupada was, so Prabhupada saw some toy guns. So his father bought it. He started to cry, no, I want 2 guns, another one. And so his father said, why do you need 2? You got one, why do you need another one? He said, no, for one hand and for the other, for my 2 hands. So his father bought it. Like that's the thing, like child asks and the father gives as an expression of his love. So similarly, the Lord is taking care of us in all respects, and if we need something, we can ask, and the Lord will give, just like Prabhupada's father gave. But if he wanted to have a real gun, that he wouldn't have given. So not that the Lord will always fulfill our prayers or fulfill our desires, but if some desires are not appropriate or beneficial for us, then the Lord won't grant. Just like the child is crying, mother, I need food. So mother will give the food naturally. But if the child says, mother, I want alcohol, then will the mother give it to the child? No, because it's not beneficial for him, it's not good for him. So this is how when the Lord does not, when Krishna does not fulfill some of our prayers, then we should know that it was not appropriate for us, it was not good for us. Of course, better still is not to ask at all. I think that question came up the other day, like, should we ask or shouldn't we ask something from the Lord? Won't it be undesirable to ask something from the Lord? Answer to that is, it depends in what situation you are. Like, are you a child spiritually? Are you a grown-up? Or are you a pure devotee? Like in our day-to-day life also we see a child asks from the father and father doesn't mind. He gives it to him. But when one grows up, then he doesn't ask anymore. The part of growing up is to depend upon oneself. And when one becomes a pure devotee, then what is speaking of taking service from the Lord, he decides or he wants to do something for the Lord. But that is, we can say, A child, little grown up and fully grown up child to the father. So the fully grown up child may not ask, rather he will think, oh, father is getting old, I should actually take care of him. The middle one, he still quite stable, quite capable of taking care of himself, but he lives, he depends upon the father. Say he goes to college and the father is giving him the money to study. That's the middle son. And the youngest son, the little one, he is at home with the father. And if the child becomes sick, then the father stays up the whole night taking care of the child. So our condition in the age of Kali is we are the smallest children. And on top of that, we all are sick. That's why Krishna became so merciful and came down, showering his mercy to deliver us. That deliverance is in the form of his, the expression of his mercy is in the form of his deliverance. So this is how the Lord is taking care of us, and we should just depend upon him. Thank you very much. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari. So, does anybody have any question? देखो, ये तो दिल की साफ होने की बात है। दिल जितना साफ होगा हम उतना ही विनम्र होंगे, और जब हम विनम्र नहीं होते हैं तो समझना होगा कि ये दिल की गंदगी है। तो दिल में अगर गंदगी है तो क्या करना चाहिए, और जब साफ हो जाएगा तब क्या होगा? बस साफ कर लो। Huh? Yes, I wish you all the best. Thank you. ठीक है, होता है, क्योंकि देखो शरीर में आत्मा का प्रभाव जितना ज्यादा होगा, शरीर को उतना ही हम अपना स्वरूप समझेंगे। लेकिन धीरे धीरे क्या होगा, प्रकृति के नियम में धीरे धीरे ये शरीर अशक्त हो जाएगा। जब अशक्त हो जाएगा तब शरीर की बंधन उतना गहरा नहीं रहेगा। जब बच्चा जन्म के पश्चात क्या होता है, आत्मा और शरीर, आत्मा को पता ही नहीं है शरीर क्या है ना, बल्कि धीरे धीरे वो अपना शरीर के साथ अपना स्वरूप समझने की कोशिश करता है। और स्वरूप को पहचानने के पश्चात आत्मा ऐसे ही ये हो जाता है, डिटैच्ड हो जाता है। डिटैच्ड, अटैच, डिटैच। जन्म के समय कैसा था? आत्मा शरीर, बहुत कम उसका संपर्क था। तो धीरे धीरे क्या होने लगा, वो संपर्क गहरा होना शुरू किया। और पूर्ण जवानी में कैसा है, आत्मा और शरीर एकदम एक साथ। इसके पश्चात धीरे धीरे क्या होता है, जब शरीर में बुढ़ापा आता है, धीरे धीरे आत्मा और शरीर के ऊपर आत्मा का प्रभाव कम होता जाता है, और तत्पश्चात मृत्यु के समय क्या होता है, शरीर छोड़कर आत्मा चला जाता है। और आत्मा अगर शुद्ध हो गया तो भगवान के पास चला जाता है, और आत्मा में अगर आत्मा सूक्ष्म शरीर है, सूक्ष्म शरीर रह गया मन बुद्धि और अहंकार की धारा, तब और एक जन्म मिलता है और एक शरीर मिलता है सूक्ष्म शरीर के अनुसार। हरे कृष्ण। यस नरोत्तम। स्वरूप सिद्धि के इसके साथ संपर्क नहीं है। हाँ, प्रश्न बोलो, बड़ी प्रश्न। पहली बात ही छोड़ दिया, प्रणिपाते ने छोड़ दिया। प्रणिपाते न मतलब प्रणाम, प्रकृष्ट रूपे न निपाते न, उनके सामने गिरकर अपने आप को उनके पास समर्पण करना होगा। हाँ, मतलब हाँ, मैं आप ही का हूं, हाँ, मैं आपका दास हूं, आप जैसे हमें इस्तेमाल करना चाहते हैं कीजिए, मेरा कोई स्वतंत्र इच्छा नहीं है। हाँ, असल में प्रणाम के मतलब ये होता है नति परिप्रश्नेन। कौन श्लोक में? अच्छा, तत्वदर्शी न मतलब सही ज्ञान प्राप्त हो। स्वरूप सिद्ध ये अनुवाद में कुछ, ये तो अनुवाद था। तत्वदर्शिना का मतलब जो आपने जो सही ज्ञान जिसको तत्व दर्शन, सत्य दर्शन, सही ज्ञान जिसको मिला है, सही भगवत तत्व ज्ञान जिसको मिला है, वैसे गुरु। तो इसमें स्वरूप सिद्ध दिया है, पता नहीं क्यों दिया है। स्वरूप सिद्धि का मतलब और कुछ होता है। ठीक है। यस देवश्री। No. Krishna consciousness is a process that gives us joy. That joy is completely opposed to, austerity that makes one dry. When does one become dry? When there is no juice. Right? Now Krishna consciousness is full of juice. Rasamalayam. So when one is experiencing rasa, how can he become dry? Right? And that's why in Krishna consciousness, austerity is not really very desirable. Austerity is not important. In Krishna consciousness, on the other hand, the process is susukham kartum apvayam. susukham, happily executes. And whatever detachment that is seen is actually a natural outcome of one's attachment to Krishna. Like for example, when one is a child, like he likes sweets. But when he grows up, does he like sweets that much? Maybe not. Okay, maybe your case is different. But the thing is, let's put it this way. When one grows up and develops his attachment to pizza, then he like the sweets anymore? Point is, bhakti pareshanubhava virakti ranatra. As one develops his attachment to bhakti or Krishna, he becomes detached from matter. Probably that was not the right example that I gave. Like, say for example, when one is when one gets the higher taste. Okay, let's go back to that example of a child. When one grows up, does he do the same thing as the child do? No, he doesn't do the same thing. Why? Because he got the higher taste. Right? When he was a child, he was playing with his toys. When he grew up, he plays with his car. I know somebody who has a beautiful collection of cars, of most expensive cars. So once I asked him, why do you have so many cars? And so he said, you see, just laughing jokingly, he said, so when I was a child, I didn't have to play. When I was a child, I didn't have toys to play with. So this is his toy, Now, when one grows up, does he have interest for the toys? When he develops interest for cars. So similarly, when we are in the material consciousness, we have our attachment to something, material things or material activities. But when we grow up, we lose those activities because we get a higher taste. Now, when one is in the material platform, the relationships and attachment that he develops and becomes irrelevant or not at all important when he develops his attachment to Krishna. Because he realizes the difference. One is a relationship with the body. When he is in body consciousness, he is related to those bodies. But when he is in the spiritual consciousness, then body's relationship become irrelevant. Why? Because now the spirit soul is experiencing the joy of being connected to Krishna. Right? Does it answer your question? Thank you. Last question. Okay. Oh, I have some from the internet. Okay, I'll take that. Okay, carry on. Well, I won't say lack of intelligence, I would say lack of advancement rather. Because you see, when you are more advanced, you are more wise. You are more wise means you see things more clearly. For example, a child, you take the toy away from the child, right? It's very difficult for him. Now at that time you tell the child, try to be detached. Try to be Trinadopi Sunichena. The child will not respond. He won't be able to. But when one grows up, and then, he has something, he loses. There is something that is taken away from him. Then he can reason better. Like he thinks that, if he is Krishna conscious, after all it's in relation to this body. It's not that important. But I'm not this body. So why should I be so much affected by that? For example, this example of Chitraketu. Why could he remain so unaffected when he was cursed that he would become a demon? His consideration was a demon body and this body, both are material. Demon body or a demigod's body, both are material. So when I get a demigod's body or a demon's body, it's irrelevant because both are material. Because I know that that's not my real self. My real identity is I'm a spirit soul. That is my real identity. See, then he can remain detached and not be affected. Why Lord Shiva is glorifying Chitraketu? Because he is pointing out that spiritually he is so advanced. And that's why he could behave the way he did. So, go back to the point. It's ultimately a matter of advancement. A person who is more advanced, even in the most difficult situation, he'll be unperturbed, just like Chitraketu. But common man will get affected, because he's not so advanced. He will be affected by that. Oh, he did this to me, and because of that I lost something. I can't sleep at night. I'm in constant anxiety. Why did he do that to me? How am I going to take revenge? And all these kinds of thoughts will keep on troubling. Yeah. Others may think that way. For example, often I think of one incident, when Prabhupada was in Vrindavan, there was one couple, they were from Haiti, and they had a little child. And she was so sweet, this little girl, she was always there, jumping around, and she was dear to everyone. I remember I was so attached to her also, And then one day, she just playfully swallowed some chloroquine. Maybe the parents brought it thinking that, in India you get malaria and that's the prevention. And she swallowed some chloroquine and she died just in a few hours' time. Even I was so perturbed, I was feeling so bad, myself. But her mother was completely peaceful, she didn't cry, she was completely composed. And I was a very new devotee at that time, so I was quite shocked to see that, because I couldn't imagine, I could well imagine what a mother would have felt at a time like that and how she would have behaved. And at the same time, I could also understand, she must be so advanced. She realized that it was her child was just her, child only in this life. She was a spirit soul and she left her body. And Prabhupada said some very nice things about that girl. He said that she had something to complete, some little work to complete in this world, That's why she came, finished that work, left her body in Vrindavan, she went back to Godhead. Right? So now you see, if the mother saw that, my son, my child went back, my daughter went back to Godhead. So she is not crying. It's for a layman, for an ignorant individual, it will seem that the mother is so cold, no emotion, she is not crying, right? But it is, her behavior is in another dimension altogether, which is beyond that person's comprehension. So it's not that the devotees are heartless or cold, but devotees, being situated in knowledge, they behave like that. Like at the beginning of Kurukshetra, Arjuna is so perturbed, emotionally so moved. But what's Krishna telling him? And ultimately what is Arjuna's consideration? Okay, Krishna, now I'm situated in knowledge. Nashta moha, my illusion is gone. Smriti labdha, I have become situated in knowledge. And then you see Arjuna, a different personality. At the beginning of Kurukshetra, the way Arjuna was, and in the middle of the battle of Kurukshetra, the way Arjuna was, two different persons. He's shooting endless arrows at Bhishma's body, piercing his whole body. His own grandfather. How could he do that? Because Krishna reminded him that he is not his body, he is a spirit soul. So treat him like that. And since he is standing in a game, so play your game nicely. Okay? So Atmaran. I'm sorry, Ananda. Atma Ramascha Munaya. Yeah. Because who is Lord Shiva? The expansion of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, right, is dealing with the material nature for the sake of manifesting this material nature. Right? So that's why there's Lord Shiva, that aspect with Mother Nature, the Prakriti, for the sake of creation. So that is the symbolic representation of Lord Shiva, and that's why they were apparently naked. But that is, we have to understand that that is their position. But it is not up to the others. Like in ultimate sense, you can consider that when Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Tashang Brahma Mahajjonir Ahang Vija Pradapita. So who is the father? Here Bija Pradapita is Lord Shiva. And Mahajjoni is what? Mother Nature, Parvati. Right? Or Mahamaya, Durga. Like in whichever way you see it. Now, if we are their children, is it up to us, is it our business to consider the activity of the father and mother? So that is the thing. That's why he had to go through the demoniac body to rectify that mentality. Because that, it was inappropriate for him. For a child to criticize the activity of the father and mother is not his business. That's why he was cursed. That's why apparently this activity was inappropriate or demoniac. He got through the demoniac body, got rid of his karmic reactions, went back to God. So ultimately what matters is going back to God. Right? Yeah. Daksha was acting on the platform of vanity and pride, whereas Chitraketu did not. That, oh, he didn't offer obeisances to me. He couldn't recognize who Lord Shiva is. So that's why, you see, like, he had to go through a worse punishment. His whole Jagga was plundered. He lost his life and eventually got a goat's head. Why a goat? Because a goat is a symbol of stupidity. Okay, there are few questions. Mukul from New Delhi, Pamho Guru Maharaj, Ja360P. I have a query that does not relate to today's class, but would be grateful if you could kindly advise. The Lord as Paramatma is situated in everyone's heart, and we know the journey of the Atma after it leaves the body. But where does Paramatma go after the Atma leaves the body? You see, Paramatma is Paramatma. So Paramatma is always with the living entity. Even when the Atma leaves the body, the Paramatma is not active like now he is there, but the Jiva, whatever situation he is going through, Paramatma is with him, as long as he is in the material nature. Paramatma is not living. Paramatma's identity is not related to this body. Paramatma's identity is related to the soul. He is going with the soul wherever the soul is going. Does it answer your question, Mukul? Radha Madhav Das, Ludhiana. Hare Krishna Maharaj, Dandavat Pranam. I am Radha Madhav Das from Ludhiana, Punjab. Maharaj, you have said that to be polite, one is to clean the heart. Maharaj, how to clean the heart? Chant Hare Krishna. Because the process is very simple. Cheto Darpana Marjanam. When you chant the holy name of the Lord, your heart gets cleansed. But chant it offenselessly. So next one, Kirtaneshwar Gauradas, India. Dandavat Pranam Maharaj. Laughing by Vritasur at Lord Shiva, is it a Vaishnava aparad? In a way it was, and that's why Chitraketu got punished. Parameshwari Radhika Devi Dasi, Haryana. You forgot to mention Gurgaon. Parameshwari, what happened? Yes, you are in Haryana, but I could have identified you better if you said Gurgaon. Or is it another Parameshwari Radhika? I don't think so. Same one, yeah. Jai Srila Gurudev, Koti Koti Dandavat Pranam. So it must be you. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Gurudev, when he asks something from Krishna, is it not a Karma Mishra Bhakti? Yeah, initial stage it may be Karma Mishra Bhakti, but doesn't matter. It's Bhakti, and then gradually Bhakti will become pure devotee. Like as I said, when one is a child, he asks from the father, give me this, give me that. Does the father mind? No, because he's a child. Father feels happy rather. Oh, my child is asking this, so let me give him this. But when the child grows up as a young man, Then if he says, Father, give me this, give me that, Father, get lost. Earn your money and get it yourself. So it's not that. I mean, the thing is, the point is, when one grows up, he doesn't ask from the Father. And when he grows up even more and he earns his own money, then he thinks, okay, now let Father retire and let me take care of him. So these are different grades of advancement. So even if it is Karamimishra Bhakti, it's all right. It's not obviously it's not pure devotion, but the thing is, my point is, when you're a child, behave like a child. When you're a child and you're behaving like an old man, it'll be a rasabhas. Radhika Raman Das, Ludhiana, Maharaj request, please explain Vritasura's prayers to the Lord, how he loves him. How he loves him? Well, he loves him with all his heart. That's why he could offer prayers like that. Shankarshan is the worship of the Lord. Hare Krishna, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Gaur Premanande. Hare Krishna, Ujjain Sankirtan book distribution had been distributing for last, especially this is a score for last 1 month, and I felt that it is a very outstanding score, and that's why I decided to read it out today. Like, okay, this is, let's start from the bottom and we'll go to the up, go up. Or should I start from top to bottom? Bottoms up. Okay. So 13. Bhakti Briksha, Keshav Prabhu, Sutta Goswami Prabhu, and Bhakti Briksha devotees. 8,000 Lakshmi points. Next is Prema Bhakti, 8,320. Prema Bhakti alone beat the Bhakti Briksha, Keshava. What happened? So you didn't put your full energy into it. Okay, good. Inspire the devotees to distribute. Then next is Nimai Sundar Prabhu. Where is Nimai Sundar? Oh, okay, Nimai Sundar. 12,000 points. Then Aditya Prabhu. Aditya is not here also. Left this morning. 12,800 points. Then Jamuna Priya Mataji and Sunday school children. Outstanding. 15,000. Okay. So you don't understand the seriousness of this business. So next is Ashutosh Chaitanya. Where is Ashutosh Chaitanya? Very good. Alone, Ashutosh Chaitanya. Ashutosh Chaitanya, while going to work, now he doesn't do that. But when he comes back from his work, every day he goes out to distribute books. Wonderful. Prabhupada will be very pleased with you. Wow, look at Ashutosh Chaitanya's score. 29,500. Okay, then Gita Prachar Vibhag, Basu Shrestha, Haribol, Devavrata, Asutosh, $30,000 points. Then Rangini Radha. Wow, great score. 36,410 points. Then Rajendra Nagar base devotees, Indore and GSC base devotees, Ujjain, Chaitanya Charan Prabhu. 42,000. Very good. Very good. Then next is Bhopal base devotees, Rasananda Prabhu and Premavatar. 45,000. Okay, so now in number 3 position, Janki Nagar base devotees, Brajendra Krishna Prabhu. 66,700. And in second position, Harinam Prachar Vibhag, His Grace Prahlad Prabhu, Dhananjay Pandit Prabhu, and Mallari Krishna Prabhu. Where is Mallari? Oh, he left from it. Okay, very good. 70,900. And in first position, GCL and SGSITS base, Indore, Janakinath Prabhu, Ananda Chaitanya Prabhu, Abhay Charan Prabhu. And their points is 100,000. Thank you all very much. What about the inside? Thank you. Oh, now the traveling Sankirtan.
Bottom bit of us.
Okay. Okay. Bringaraj. Where is Bringaraj? 2,670 Lakshmi points. Oh, from the previous one, I must admit that Rangini Radha's score was that way the highest, because single-handedly she did that. Yeah. Okay, next is Gaurvani. Acha, Bringaraj did 7 days. Okay, no Bhagavatam. Gaurvani 10,000. Where is Gaurvani? Okay, now in 10,375. Vaishnav Charan. Oh, this is the score for 7 days. Oh, okay. 10,810. Then Vinit, very good. 30,790. Krishna Nam. Oh, very good. Krishna Nam did 5 Srimad Bhagavatam sets, and his score is 79,500. Then Sadhan Siddha 10 sets, 86,600 points. Vijay Gopal Prabhu. Where is Vijay Gopal? Oh, outstanding. 5 Bhagavatam sets, 1,05,500. How come? This one is 1,05,500. Watch. Yeah. Vijayananda. Oh, there you are. 1,250,000. Actually, okay. Vijayananda, okay. So then, Premavatar Prabhu, 14,365. Dhirashanta, 47,000. So then we go to third, second and first. Third is Balai. Oh. Balai Das, 1,65,500. Very good. Advaita Singha. Very good. Guess Advaita Singha's score. 2,18,500.
Actually, he is the first. This is good table.
Okay, so he is the first. So thank you very much. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. Shivarat is the first. Okay. Shivaradhya and Sitana. Where is Shivaradhya? Where is hiding behind the door? And where is Sitanath? Oh. So their score is 2,18,000. Oh, I made a mistake here. No, I'm sorry. 2,43,500. Very good. And that way the single, apart from book table, the single devotee score is, the highest is Advaita.
Second is Balai.
Second is Balai.
So the Maharani Mother is taking Bhagavatam set for
In Hindi, you will, yeah, give in English. Why are you getting? What should I write? This set has been donated by Satya Maharani to the Ayurvedic clinic, signed by Bhakti Charu Swami. I'll just write that. Okay, I'll you know what? Thank you, Satya Maharani, for Okay, Mirabai Mataji from Bombay donated 56,000 rupees towards book Bhagavad Gita distributed. And also she sent all the flowers for yesterday's program. And there was 6-7 boxes of flowers. Should I? Okay. Okay, Satya, I just wrote. Oh yeah. Thank you, Satya Maharani, for donating this Srimad Bhagavatam set to the Ayurvedic clinic. नामटा उदकार उजार दाव चिता
आपने सेंड कर
शू सेंड
नरोत्तमानंद बाबू मोहन रूपा बाबू नटवर कृष्ण प्रभु देवकीलाल बाबू सेंड कर
এটা হয়ে গেল
আরেকজন কে আছে দেবकीलाल बाबू
साइन हो गया
रोहिणी कुमार बाबू और चेतन जी और अरे पूर्वा जिला में
साइन हुआ है हरे कृष्ण
বাংলা এটা লাস্ট
So what? Huh? What's the point?
রাধা বিনোদিনী মাতাজি আয়ুর্বেদিক একটা সাইকেল দান করছে
Haribol, Radha Vinodini Mataji is donating a motorcycle to the cycle to the Ayurvedic clinic.
সাইকেল বাইসাইকেল মোটরসাইকেল two bicycles
and one exercise.
Okay, 2 bicycles and 1 motorcycle. এতগুলো Okay, Haribol.
परम पूज्यपाद श्री श्रीमद भक्ति चार स्वामी गुरु महाराज की जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की गौर प्रेमानंदे
Krishna. Hare Krishna. हाँ, हरे कृष्णा.